Memory loss in movies can be a fantastic tool to keep a plot moving forward and to keep your audience guessing until the very end. However, obviously not all narratives featuring memory loss are made equally. Memory loss in movies doesn't always work, but when it does, it can result into anything from an average film all the way to a masterpiece. There'll be spoilers from these movies and shows, so if you don't want any of that to be spoiled, I suggest you click off the video. Now that's out of the way, let's get straight into it. I think memory loss should only be used if it helps convey the overall narrative, helps wrap up loose ends of a story in a believable and non-ex machina way, or even to be used to pull off a joke. However, when incorporating it into your story, you should genuinely wrap the story up by the character finally remembering their past. I know a lot of movies nowadays like keeping the audience guessing even after they've left the cinema, but in my opinion, some questions must be answered in order to make the audience feel somewhat satisfied with the ending of your story. Imagine if, in Jason Bourne, Bourne doesn't recover from his amnesia and never discovers his past, or in Blade Runner 2049, Kay never finds out the complete truth about his past and whether or not he's a replicant. Anyways, memory loss in movies and shows can help a writer keep their story flowing smoothly. They can scatter hints throughout the runtime to keep the audience and the characters on screen guessing, so when the big reveal is shown, it doesn't feel like a cop-out. But how do you fail to incorporate memory loss into a film? Let's look at Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. At the end of the film, Newt uses the Thunderbird to disperse a short-term memory eraser across New York, resulting in all the muggles in the area forgetting the catastrophic destruction of New York. When I was leaving the cinema, many of my friends and I complained about the convenience of having memory eraser stuff and a Thunderbird to easily spread it across the city. Even though the movie brought up the short-term memory eraser and the Thunderbird earlier in its runtime, it all felt too coincidental, and simply the way the filmmakers went about it felt very bodged. Even in the anime Steins Gate 0, the character Kagari remembers only certain bits of her past life after hitting her head, which conveniently allows the narrative to continue with a sense of mystery. Even though Kagari is a sleeper agent through the use of mind control, the fact that she only remembers that Mayuri is her mother and nothing else seems so unbelievably convenient, it's almost impossible to ignore. Even if your narrative gives hints towards the ending of your story, like in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, or you use the excuse that your character is brainwashed, therefore they won't remember everything, even after recovering somewhat from their amnesia, a story can become unbelievable by not giving a satisfying enough reason for convenient events taking place in your story, even if the setting has fantasy elements. A rulebook for a film is what I'd like to describe as a set of rules which governs the universe of a story and cannot be broken by any character unless otherwise specified. Steins Gate explains its universe quite well, so the audience easily gathers an understanding of what is possible in the show and what isn't. Okabe is the only one who can perfectly remember alternate world lines. Other people can remember them as well, but only to a minute degree. Those are the rules the show has set. If a story breaks away from their own rules, it usually results in disaster. In Avengers Age of Ultron and Infinity War, the character Wanda has a variety of magical powers not completely specified during either film, resulting in audience confusion on how powerful she really is. She can easily mind control a handful of the Avengers, but she struggles to battle two of Thanos' children. Really? Nevertheless, for memory loss to be incorporated into film successfully, a rulebook of sorts should be used when conveying your world to an audience to make it more believable. Memory loss seems to be a recurring thing used in film, and I don't think it'll be going anywhere anytime soon. I hope this little essay-like video was interesting. I quite like making bite-sized content from random thoughts which I have from day-to-day life. And if my non-existent upload schedule is driving you mad, you can see my face every week over on my Twitch. If Twitch isn't your cup of tea, you can always follow me on Twitter and Instagram, or even join my Discord server. Links are in the description down below. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good one.